What's up everyone, V here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Iron Man Model 9. Yeah, I'm just adjusting the camera. There we go. Yes, this is the Model 9 as it appears in something, I don't know. Comics, I'm assuming? I'm not too sure. I did a lot of research for this guy when I made this video. That was like 2-3 weeks ago, so I've forgotten all of it. But what I do know is this is the Model 9. Yeah, it's probably comics. Not to start this video off with me not seeming like a competent reviewer, which I also am not, but I don't care for that pose that I put him in. Let's get him into like a more like neutral stance. But yes, this is it's the Iron Man Model 9. I feel weird because usually I'm like, oh, this is this character from this, but like he's just not from really anything specifically. It's just the comics, but the packagings make it look like, I think, was there an Iron Man cartoon? I think it's supposed to be similar to that packaging. I don't know. But yeah, this is a cool little funky Iron Man guy. I don't exactly know what era Iron Man this is. I know it's after this guy though. It's when they start to get more modern, if that's a word. I don't know exactly the placement for this guy too. Maybe in between them, I don't know. But he is a cool, goofy looking Iron Man, so of course I had to add him to my collection. He was the one out of the newest wave that I wanted the most. He's not as cool as I was expecting, but he's still pretty awesome. And let's just get this intro over with, because I don't know what the hell I'm saying. So yeah, let's get into the packaging. And it's the new Iron Man carded packaging, which takes up way more space than it really should be. Also, I finally have a figure of the Iron Man that's on the packaging. It's this guy. Well, different head, but I prefer this head. Probably gonna review him. I got way too many Iron Man stuff, cause I got this guy. I got this guy, and then cause it was Prime Day today, which is not when this video is uploading, cause the one I'm uploading before this one is the Homelander one, which hopefully is alright. I feel like that one wasn't good, but also I feel like this one's not good either. I kind of feel like that about a lot of videos, but you know, it is what it is. We're trying here. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and then, because it's Prime Day, I got another Iron Man and a War Machine, so possibly stay tuned for those. I didn't specify. It's the Iron Man with like the pointy helmet. Anyway, packaging. Yeah, this video is already dodgy as hell. Oh, did not like that sound, but it's got the big as hell bubble. Got Iron Man Model 9. I like how they kind of like type it out like it's on a computer. Iron Man! Marvel Comics. It's really cool artwork of this Iron Man. You can choke. Then product shot, kind of like the classic packaging. I think I wasn't alive when this was like the packaging for figures, so when I say classic, I'm hoping this is what a packaging for Iron Man figures was. I could be wrong. That's how the Spider-Man ones are and the X-Men ones are, so I'm assuming the Iron Man ones are the same. Following a devastating loss to firepower, Tony Stark pours his skill into designing an experimental new Iron Man suit to defend Stark Industries. If you're wondering why that was so hard to read, the text is that small and not really that clear. Also, side note, I kind of like that shot of this armor. But yeah, here's Bro in all his glory, and this isn't the first iteration we have of this figure. I don't think I mentioned it, but there's technically another version of this guy that exists. Again, old as hell, like most of these newer Iron Men. and rough as hell, so that's definitely an improvement. But yeah, this one does have a lot of variants. I think the oldest one might be from around 2012 to 2014. Not 2014, I think that's shooting too high. I think 2011 to 2013 is the era, because I think it may or may not have been for Iron Man 3. I could be very wrong, but I want to say around that era. And they repainted it a couple times. There was a very metallic-y version, then I think there was a more classic comic version. There was one with big stompers, and then there was one without the big stompers. And I know there was one on a card. I think there's like 3 of them. I think there's metallic one, stompers, non-metallic one, stompers, non-metallic, no stompers. But this is kind of a mix of both. He's slightly metallically. That don't sound like a word. But he does have the stompers, which is what I refer to this Iron Man as. He is not the Model 9, he is the one with the stompers. Because, Lord of mercy, what, you need to fly to another universe with them stompers? I don't want to say I don't want to say stompers anymore because I've said it like 50 times. Also, yeah, I vaguely stutter sometimes. I don't. I apologize to anyone if this is your first video from me. It's not always this messy and chaotic. Not to say it gets any better. It gets slightly better. Yeah, this one ain't it. I just want to let you know it's not always this chaotic. But if you love the chaotic energy, sorry to say it's not always this chaotic. But yeah, accessory-wise, he comes with, you're never gonna guess, blast effects. Every Iron Man since 2016 has them, and you can plug them into his feet, all handy dandy. You can't even see them, that's how big his feet are. But yeah, and then he comes with other effects, which I'm gonna be real, I don't know how to use. They're like this. They have a peg here, and they're kind of flamey. I don't know exactly where you put them. Do you put them in the feet? That doesn't look right. Do they go into the hands? Okay, that's where they go. Kind of like maybe like he's preparing the blast, and then this is him blasting. So yeah, pretty cool. Cool that we're getting vaguely new iterations of the same blast effect. But yeah, and finally, kind of spoiled it, he comes with hands, and yes, they're the ones that don't have a hinge, so when you put them on, the hand just curves out an insane amount, which I really don't care for, which is why I leave them with the fists. But they do have a nice little wash onto them, which is nice. I think they look pretty cool. They're kind of giving Spider-Man with the fingers, though. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Getting into this strange boy. He's very much like... I kind of wish I looked up exactly what era this is, but he's very much a bridge, I feel like, between these two guys. It takes the classic look, adds a bit more, but we're not quite there to we're getting really complex. It's kind of a mix of the two. It's like taking the classic look and adding a bit more to it, which is pretty cool. And I will never complain about adding an Iron Man to my collection, because if you don't know, which it is misleading from my channel name, Iron Man's my favorite superhero. Has always been since I was a yee lad, and will always be for the dawn of time. Moon Knight, I think, isn't even second favorite. I think that goes to Spider-Man. Moon Knight's a relatively more recent character I passionately love, but he is the one I own the most comics of. We're getting sidetracked. He's my third favorite superhero. There we go. Could've just said that. But yeah, anyway, this figure's pretty cool. He's a little wonky, though. He's strange. But I love him. I don't know if he's my favorite Iron Man. Honestly, that might go to this one. I actually really like that Iron Man a lot. But yeah, getting into Mr. Stark here. Head sculpt, that is just classic Iron Man, but also not really, because this is classic Iron Man. Kind of, you know what I'm trying to say. You got the Iron Man feel, you got the black eyes, black mouth, you got little boxes around his head. Very simple design. I believe, like most Iron Man, this is a separate piece, which is nice. I like that they do that now. The amount of Iron Man I have with just scratched up faces breaks my heart. Then coming down to the chest, even though he's wearing a suit of armor, still has the abs chiseled in there. I do like that it kind of has like this design, which looks pretty cool. And I believe the chest is the only part of the figure where the yellow is painted, and it's kind of noticeable, but I feel like they match it enough. The only problem is the yellow is like a slightly marbly metallic plastic, as is the red, so where it's painted you can kind of tell, but it looks pretty good. And he has his arc reactor, which has like these like light hues, which I think they're like trying to make like a lens flare, but it just reminds me of like, I don't know, Bubbles in Bikini Bottom or something. I don't know. But yeah, his shoulder pads are a bit rubbery, and when you lift it up like that, it look weird. But yeah, which looks pretty cool, and he got like the nice little design there. Come down to his buttocks, got a line. It's pretty cool. He got his little belt thing. His gauntlets, I do like. He got a little slit there, and they are very round. Lord of mercy. He is all about just having bulky, round things on this design. And then coming down, look, the thighs, I think they're just the same as this one's. But let's get to the real star of the show. Lord have mercy. Why are they so big? Why are they? For comparison, here's this Iron Man's feet. Why are they so big? This is like the suit he needs to fly to space with, because you're getting propulsion out. These are rocket thrusters he's strapped to his feet. Like if this is swinging at your face, you're getting kicked with this, give up. That's killing somebody. That's actually killing someone. Thank God he takes care of more like interdimensional, like world-ending threats, because if this was just a poor criminal who robbed a bank and Iron Man comes down and just lays the foot onto him, he's dead. I mean, stompers or not, they're dead. That's a metal foot to the face at Mach speed, but still, you're not making it out well. You're losing teeth. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. I mean, it's Iron Man. He's plain simple, classic-y comic Iron Man. But like I said, he does have like slight marbleization. It's more prominent on the head and the biceps of the arms than anywhere else. Did I say head? It's chest. Whew, I'm cooked. Anyway, articulation-wise, he has a ball hinge at the head, which is great. I like that they're putting that on all the new Iron Man figures because, like I always say, if the character is flying or is a Spider-Man character, ball hinge, not dumbbell joint. Dumbbell joints never look up well, especially compared to this. And he can kind of look down. The collar does kind of get in the way. Rotates, arm moves out that far because this is on a hinge. Not a hinge, it's a rubbery piece. And it's like the clone armor, stormtrooper armor, all that, where it rotates with it. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, but you're not really getting an insane amount because, again, these gauntlets are huge. Hinge, in and out, rotate. The hinge on the in and out was really tight. I think it was this hand. Really tight. And the hands kind of come out slightly easily. So yeah, be careful for that. ab crunch. Oh, that was loud. Can crunch that far forward, that far back, and a waist rotation. Can kick that far forward. Surprisingly, he can keep his leg up. Can't really kick far back even though he's flat back there. Can do the splits. Can't really support himself because of the feet. Thigh rotation, double jointed knee. And finally, he has a hinge up, a hinge down. Oh wait, there's a boot rotation too. And a rocker, but it's completely useless. Like, you're not getting dynamic poses out of them feet. But anyway, comparison time. Here he is next to a Black Series and a Voyager class Transformers. Here he is next to Studio Series Leader class, technically, even though I said Voyager. Megatron. I just want to flex that I have him. I feel like he's kind of hard to come by, at least where I live. Literally showed up in stores like a week ago, even though I feel like this figure released in January. And even though he's a knockoff, Neo, which I might do a review on. But yeah, 7-inch scale, you already know the drill. DC McFarlane Jazzwares Halo, 3 Master Chief, and Black Manta. Now, as Anakin said, this is where the fun begins. And when I mean fun, I mean we're just bringing out, like, way too many Iron Man figures. Even though we've kind of already showed them all, here he is next to those classic-y boys. I still think this is my favorite classic comic Iron Man, and honestly one of my favorite Iron Man figures in general. Like, he's being in top 10 of the year. Definitely making a bid on him. And here he is next to, not the previous review, but the previous Iron Man review from the same wave, the whatever that one was, and who hopefully I will be reviewing soon, She-Hulk. So honestly, pretty solid wave. It's always the waves that, like, I would buy all the figures of that either don't have a Build-A-Figure or the Build-A-Figure sucks. Like, these don't have Build-A-Figures anymore. I feel like they're just running out of characters, and that's why they're kind of moving away from the Build-A-Figure a bit more, because I've noticed there's a lot more of the carded series, but, you know, I'm personally alright with it, because this means the bigger characters are more likely to get a deluxe, because that Hulkbuster could have very well been the Build-A-Figure, and honestly, I would have bought most of the wave. Pretty much already have, but I'm kind of glad it's a deluxe figure, even though I'm a little sad that the build figures kind of aren't as prominent as they used to be. A little happy, because that means I don't have to suffer through buying 7 figures that I don't care for just to get a Build-A-Figure. Conchu. Still burned I don't have him. But yeah, do I recommend this guy? Honestly, yeah, he's a pretty fun Iron Man. I would say, though, I do like this Iron Man was surprisingly more fun, and this Iron Man is objectively my favorite comic Iron Man that I own. But this guy's not half bad. I'd give him like a solid 7 out of 10. He's perfect as he is. If you just want a nice kind of classic-y, retro-esque Iron Man figure for your collection, this isn't a bad start. Honestly, he's really cool. I like him. If you like the style of this design, I'd definitely say this is probably the best version of it. But yeah, he's a silly little guy, and I love him for it, and I love to just add more Iron Man to my collection, you know? Even though it's getting to the point where there's just slight differences between the designs. But honestly, I don't care. He's a fun one. So yeah, that's about it. Like, subscribe, check out my previous reviews. A lot of Marvel Legends, a lot of Iron Man. Gonna be a lot more Iron Man. And yeah, check out my Instagram, MoonNXO. You can talk to me there. I do a lot of guitar videos. If you're wondering what that is, I'm hitting my wrists together. I don't know why. This is part of the video where I just... This is a strange one. This is definitely one of the more chaotic videos I've made. where it seems like I'm rambling nonsensical nonsense around and going off topic a lot. But you know what? Why not? We love to have a chaotic video now and then, you know? Kind of spices things up. I feel like when the figure is a bit more basic, not as much going on, it allows me to just cause pure chaos. Whereas the previous review, Homelander, a lot more going on, a lot more accessories. Not as much time for me to just cause pure chaos. So yeah, what was I saying? Instagram, yeah. I do a lot of guitar videos over there, and album reviews. And if I haven't uploaded video in a while, check out my Instagram because I probably posted there. So yeah, that's about it. Pretty fun figure. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. And yeah, that's about it. Peace. Boop. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait till it says 21 minutes. There we go. I like the number 21. 20, not so much.